All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing fine and well. So, yes, today is Saturday, the 15th of February 2025. And yes, we have some very interesting things to talk about today. So, first off, what we're going to be discussing are my top trade setup. Okay, well, I will briefly explain or share with you the trade I have running. Okay, and then we're going to jump from that to my top trade setup. And before I actually start talking about the top trade setup, first off, let's take a look at what we have here on the Edge Finder. I've been using this system since the beginning of this year, and I really want to see how this goes in general. So first off, right at the top here, we have gold. Okay, we saw that on Friday, gold did a massive dump of over. Let me quickly take a look at the percentage of the dump that happened on Friday as far as gold is concerned. So it dropped by 1.58% right at the top here. Okay, you can see at the top here. Okay, this is where you get the this is where you get it. This is where I want you to focus on, right? So 1.58%. That is how much gold dropped on excuse me, yes, on Friday. Okay. I just want to put that out there. And that is around over 500 pips. Let's say almost 500 pips. Okay. That is something very significant. We're going to talk about that. But right here on Edge Finder, you can see gold is ranking number one, okay, with a score of 10 and signaling very bullish. Okay. I'm guessing by Monday it will probably drop to 9 or so. But right now, gold is very good. And with the massive dump that just happened, I just love what I see. The second trade I'm holding, okay, I'm not holding gold yet, but I will be looking into it come next week. The trade, another trade I'm holding is silver. I'm holding silver. You can see it's bullish, not very bullish, but bullish, and it's reading 7 right here on Edge Finder. And the other trade I'm holding is Euro Aussie. Throughout Thursday and Friday, Euro Aussie actually disappeared since I joined on Wednesday. So it is very fun and very good that I'm seeing it right now on Edge Finder, and it's really -5, bearish, not bad. Okay, not bad. I like that. And then the other trade I'm holding is CAD JPY. Okay, very interesting. Reading bearish, -7. I mean, it's looking fine. Euro GBP right here is a trade I will be looking into. It's one of my top trade setup. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be explaining to you why I want to pick this trade also. And lastly, USD JPY is a trade I'm currently holding. I took a short on UJ on Thursday, I believe, and it's running very well. You can see it's reading -9, which is very significant and quite cool. So this is the reason why I took the trade. All right. So that is that. So all of that said on UJ and all my top trade setup based on what we have right here. Something was I saw. I mean, throughout last week we saw GJ right here that was reading around -11, -12. Sometimes it jumped to negative. I've seen it reach -15. Okay, and it's quite interesting. All right. Although I took a sell trade when it was really -16. I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, if my memory serves me well, and it went very well until the pump that happened on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when the dollar news was getting back-to-back release, the PPI, the CPI, and the retail sales when they're coming in out. Okay, the trade went up and I was trailed out in profit by the way. And now it's very fun that I couldn't find it here. And I can really connect this to the current reading on the economic data. Okay, the UK economic data that kind of came out last week, and we had a very interesting GDP. Okay, I'm going to quickly share that with you. Okay, we had UK economic heat map, and the GDP was very encouraging, which kind of like pump a little bit of interest into the market. You can see right here we have it's coming in slowly. The UK economy seems to be coming up gradually. Okay, still not there yet. Okay, but it's coming gradually. Right, we have to pay close attention to that. It's coming up gradually. But before all of that, okay, let's take a look at the Japan Economic Index, economic heat map first off. Okay, because most of my trades are leaning towards the yen pairs. Okay, so I want you to understand what and reason why I'm planning to take those trades. So we have the Japan GDP growth increased by 0.1% last month, right? And the manufacturing PMI stays below 50. This is a strategic move by the Japanese. Okay, this is a strategic move because they don't want a very expensive product. Okay, Japan is known to be a highly manufacturing countries. Okay, they produce a lot. They export more than they import, so they have to keep the PMIs as far as the manufacturing sector is concerned to be stable. But this is still very small. All right, at least we need a stabilized 50 points. Okay, but right now we had 48.7, which kind of dropped from 48.8 to 48.7 by what? By 0.1%. And then the service PMI was the very good one because this simply means that people are getting employed, people are working, okay, people are rendering services, and it's getting boosted from 49.4 to 53.9. That is a whopping 4.5 point increase in the service sector, in the service PMI in Japan. And then the retail sales also came very solid, okay, by 0.3%. The inflation rate is still kind of going up, okay. If you travel a lot, I've never been to Japan, but I read that things are very expensive there. Things are madly, madly expensive, but they are doing fine. Okay, they live longer. They're doing well. You see them; they're very honorable people. So I think it's a very well established, well stabilized country with a very precise and very decent economy. And you can see the PPI also kind of came higher than expected, which is not very interesting. Okay, but the employment rate also slimmed down. Okay, which is very good from 2.5 to 2.4. That's very good. Employed people went up. Employed people or employed persons went up from 68,080 to 68,220. That's 0.21%. That is very good. Interest rate remained the same. That's the plan. And core PCE is literally not, all right, which is not. I'm this on display. I don't really know why it's written as not, but that's what we have right here. So overall, we have a solidified and strong Japan economy. And now let's go to the dollar. Don't forget, right here in the UK economy, we're having a just like a surviving economy in the United Kingdom. Surviving economy, they're still just coming up. All right, throughout last week and week before that, we had a very, very crazy and bearish UK economy. But now coming to the US, we are seeing a decline, a gradual decline economy. All right, because we've seen a very, very decent blue on these economic data, on all of these indicators until January, February, that everything now started looking crazy. Okay, the GDP is not good, service PMI is terrible, retail sales is bad, CPI, core CPI, PPI, bad, 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 because the inflation is now going up in the United States. Okay, core PCE came just as expected. We've not really seen this one. This is the next data we are expecting to come next week. The NFP wasn't good, unemployment rate was good, unemployment claim was good, ADP was good. I can categorically tell you that I can say that it's only the labor market that seems to be very good this past month. Okay, the rest are just quite simple and basic. Okay, simple and basic. And yeah, the JOTS was not very good, and the 2-year Treasury bond seems to be going up, indicating that possibly Fed might cut rate or something because it's dropped than what is being expected, which is why I think the next Fed meeting, they might be cutting rates. I'm not sure because you can see that inflation is going up gradually. So they might want to probably cut rate or increase it. But we're gonna see what their decision is as time goes on. So generally, as far as I'm concerned, US economic heatmap, the US economy is not looking very enticing to me. As a matter of fact, I won't be buying US dollar right now, in my personal opinion, because it's not looking good. The last thing I want to share with you is the positions of the institutions. Okay, I want to show you the COT data. The latest data was released on Friday, which was yesterday. So right here, you can still see United States dollar right here. We still have a whooping 70% of long positions. Okay, there are still more buyers. Okay, more buyers who are still believe in dollars. Okay, personally, I won't bet my money on it, but so far so good. Based on what we have right in front of us, we're still leaning towards buy dollar. If you check JPY, also we have a whooping 61%. This is very significant because you can see the number of long contract that was added yesterday. 39,000 long contracts was added yesterday. That is very, very good. Okay, and I see the next change. Okay, 6.76%. That means a chunk lot of investors are now focusing on Japan. All right, and you will see that will gradually shift to the side of yen, and you will see you can see what's going on in the UK right now. Initially, the UK we had like 58% or 54% last week. Okay, but right now we have 48% long position, whereby 51% short position, meaning UK economy is still quite weak. So you might want to look into like pound yen to take a short on pound yen. I took a short on USD JPY. That is quite crazy because you can see we still have big number of people trying to buy in dollar. We still have like 70% long positions on dollar. But CAD JPY, the one I took a short trade on, also, you can see right here we have 90.4% short position. That is very significant. This is another reason why I will probably still look into buying USD CAD, or I won't be selling USD CAD right now because it's one of my top trade setup. All right, but I'm not confident or comfortable selling CAD buying USD CAD right now because dollar is quite weak, and I don't think CAD has the strength or the momentum to actually overpower dollar to the extent of dropping it down. So I might not be able to take that. But technically, it looks very decent for a short trade, which is something I will share with you later. Which other one do I want to share? I think you can look at gold. You can see the number of long position on gold as well. You can see 85% long and only just 14% short. Taking a look at what is taking a look at silver. Silver as well, we have 72% long position and 27% short. So I'm still possibly gonna add on to my long position on silver as time goes on. But overall, I like what I see right here. Aside the fact that dollar is still not slimming down just yet, okay, we still have a lot of people buying dollar. We still have a whooping 70% long position. That's the reason why most of my major pairs I will probably leave them alone and then focus majorly on the yen pairs this week. Okay, so that said, let's jump straight into technical analysis so we can wrap things up and I won't bore you with all these things. So starting with DXY, which is dollar index, right here we can see that dollar has broken the major structure, and it was a very significant moment for some major traders that have actually been selling dollar all the way from the top here, all the way from the top here, because some people believe that it's going to fall. But I wasn't part of this because I always love to, focus on the, general view of the market, and I can see that the market has been very bullish for a very long time. But I'm glad to be proven wrong that okay, economically also it was very strong before it got really messed up later. So overall, I'm still like at the middle because you can see what I just shared with you. The COT data, we still have 70.54% of long position institutions. Okay, that's the position literally. And I don't want to go against that until I see a clear drop in the COT data or possibly a massive shift in the retail sentiment. But everything is we still have next week, okay, to deal with it. So I'm just going to take everything slow and steady. But right now, what I have here is just a basic. I'm expecting a pullback, okay, for me to even probably technically believe that this break below here is a solidified one. Okay, it might just be a false breakout that we end up spiraling to the upside later. If I'm gonna believe that, I want to see a very nice and decent pullback that followed up with what the continuation to the bearish side. Then I can categorically, or I can now be rest assured that yes, dollar is quite bearish. But right now, yeah, we had a break below 107 region. That's fine. Now let's see how it builds up from there. All right, so moving on to my USD JPY trade, which is a very interesting trade that I took. All right, so USD JPY is a very straight, it's a short trade I took, and I'm still holding on to this trade for as long as possible. I'm gonna keep holding it for as long as possible. But before I started trading tightly on the small account that I manage. I'm gonna share the result. But on the bigger account, I'm not gonna share the result. I have it. I have the stop loss right at the top here. I've not really started trading that one. But on the small account, I put it right here because I stopped trading. I try to be very precise with my trading stuff. So moving on, USD JPY still looks very good for bearish. Okay, even if you want to take a sell trade, just wait for a nice and decent pullback, then you can join me on this trade. But before I can start, or before I can really be certain on my trading stuff properly, I would like to see this particular bottom getting taken out, a pullback, then I would probably start adjusting my stop loss perfectly. But right now, it's still very young. Okay, we can see a very massive push to the upside again before it start dropping. So I don't want to tighten it and then cut the potential of the trade short. CAD JPY, another trade I'm shorting. Okay, this one was actually very dramatic, but I'm glad that the last 2 days the last two daily candle closed bearish. So I would like to see this continue. I've explained this trade for a very long time, okay, multiple times now. So you can see we have lower low, lower high. We have a new lower low here. We have a massive lower high that seems to be like multiple tops right here. Okay, so let's hope. Okay, all hope and the potentiality or the profitability of this trade is relying on this particular area of resistance right at the top here. If it keeps the market there below it, then there is high possibility of us getting it all the way to the downside. And you can see the CAD COT data. We have 190.4% short short position. Okay, so which is very good. All right, so I'm holding on to that. Euro Aussie, another one that I'm holding on today. I'm also holding on to Euro Aussie, which is very good. All right, so I'm not sure I shared the institution position on Euro. So let me quickly share that before on COT. You can see right here we have 58.14% short position and 41.86% long position. Let's check Aussie. What's going on with Australian dollar? Australian dollar right here, we also have a 72.4% short and 7.59% long, which is not interesting. Okay, so we have large number of sellers there and sizable number of sellers there on Euro too. So that is not very interesting. But the top says something very unique, which is right here. Euro Aussie is sellable. All right. We have some other things that are read here. So I would like to probably let me click on it so we can read it very so we can read it together, but I'll probably get back to that later because there's something that needs to be done. I don't want to waste much of the time. But looking at the technical aspect of this, we have this very interesting rejection candle right there that looks like a pin bar. Okay, it's not, it doesn't even look like a pin bar, it's actually a pin bar. And then we have followed by what? Followed by this bearish candle that closed on Friday. So I just want to see the market just continue to the downside, basically. And if that's not the case, I guess we're going to see a cut out of this trade and that'll be fine. But for now, I'm holding the trade and it looks very good. Moving on to silver. Silver was another one that was not very cool. It wasn't good to me because I joined this trade very nicely right around here. This was a trade I took very early. Well, I got cut out around there. So I took another one right here. I'm leaving this one because of journal, but right here you can do that too. And you can see the market got all the way to the top here before it now came down. That was a lot. Okay, that was a whole lot. A whole lot. Well, it happened. So what I want to see right now is just the rejection back to the upside, or maybe you just continue to fall. Well, my trading stop is right here, so I would like to get it cut right there. On the small account that I was trading, I have two accounts. Small account I was trading, I saw around $70 profit. On another one, I saw around $285 profit. Right now, this one has turned to $28 profit, and this one has turned to $135 profit, which is not very good. But that's the problem. That's the only challenge when it comes to trading stock. And as a swing trader, I'm not allowed to close the trade until I see at least 1:3. Okay, if I see 1:3, then I will start tightening my trading stock. Anything outside of that, I am not allowed to trade it crazily. Okay, so that's it. Now let's talk about my top trade setup. I'm going to start with Euro GBP. As you can see right here, Euro GBP looks very decent. Okay, after we saw this massive dump to the downside, okay, now we get a nice and decent pullback up to 50%. Do I want to take this trade right now? Definitely not. What I'm going to wait for is probably a much interesting pullback to 50%. Then I would like to take the trade. Okay, I don't want to trust Euro GBP, Euro pound in my money because of this crazy kind of thought. Nah, I'd rather let it trade. I would rather watch the trade go without me than joining it without proper setup. Okay, I want to see it come to the top right here before it starts dropping down. That is my plan on the GBP. Gold actually made a very big dump, which I love very well, and I'm gonna take this trade if and only if I see the market come down to this area. Right now, if the market finally comes down here, definitely my silver trade will get cut off like on a very small profit. But at the end of the day, I still have the chance to get in again and take another buy. All right. But I want to look into buying gold. Okay, we have a new all time high at 29.42. But I want to see it come all the way to probably 2800, and then I will look into that and take a new buy from there. And if it appears below that and fall to this area, that will be a better place to also take a buy. And if that's not the case and it comes all the way down to 2700, yes, that will be the place to just take a buy. But whatever happens to gold, I will let you know if I'm looking forward to buy opportunity. GJ was a very good shot. Okay, looking forward. I'm going to take a short trade this week. I didn't take this trade. I only share it with my friends. Some of my friends didn't take. Some of my friends that missed the UJ trade I took. I shared this one with them, and they're currently holding it. So let's see how this goes. All right, overall. But I'm very positive on it. Anyways, USD card also. Yeah, this is what I said about USD card. You can see it has broken below the very strong demand zone right here, and that kind of like keep the market in the range band for very long. I took this buy. I couldn't trail it again. Going cut off like a break even or something. The things I've seen in the market this year, right? So, but right now we see the very clear and decent break to the downside. I wait for pullback. If I get that, if I can take this short trade, I want to see some shift. I've got to see some shift in the market in the fundamental part of the story. Okay, then I'll probably consider shorting. If not, I'm just gonna leave it alone. And next one was USD CHF. Okay, I would like to see how USD CHF also play out. I am not in any trade right now because even USD CHF is still finding it out to break below here, despite the fact that we have the COT data. Yes, so we have a very big short on CHF right here. We have 88.6% short position on CHF. Right here you can see. But for me, I'm still not convinced enough to take that buy because I don't really trust the dollar strength to continue. All right, but at the same time, I don't believe in CHF strength to also kind of like overpower dollar. So that is why I'm probably just gonna sit on this one and see if we can get a very nice and decent break to the downside, a very good pullback to be testing this broken structure and use it as resistance. Okay, and then see if you can decline to the downside. Outside of that, I will probably not gonna take a buy. All right, I'm probably not gonna take a buy, but I'll also see how this goes. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on my socials. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye for now.